Hey there, welcome to Saturday Night Live. I'm Tony Embry, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator with Riverview Creative Studios, my thing, and I'm with Stampin' Up! Anyway, Saturday night, and I've been working on this project. So tonight we're going to do a set of note cards, and we're going to do a box. Should I do a box? I do lots and lots of, hi Lori, hi Kevin. I do lots and lots of note card books. I think it's one of the first things that I started or bought when I first joined, because I don't know, I do a lot of note cards. And so anyway, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to do that tonight. So as luck would have it, I got almost everything done before, but the screw came out of my Big Shot. It went flying across the studio somewhere, and I looked and I couldn't find it. So anyway, so I got almost everything done. So I just only had to fussy cut a couple things. But anyway, so this is fun. I don't know if you've seen these sets yet, but or if you ever watched Connie Stewart and Simply Simple Stamping. I love her, and she teaches. She has so many cool things to do. But anyway, so in the new catalog, hey Barry, so in the new catalog, she has this Nothing's Better Than. So it's coffee, cocktails, cookies, and chocolate. And I tend to agree with her. But anyway, so I thought it would be fun to play with this tonight. And so we're going to use that. And then, of course, it comes with the die set, which doesn't come with it, but you can order the die set. It's Love You More. It's more than dies. And so it has all these cool things, which thankfully I cut some of them out already. And I did some stamping, but we're going to do some stuff. We're going to do some stuff live. So you know how that goes. Live is always interesting because you just never know if it's going to work or not. So anyway, you'll get to see that I'm human. Anyway, so this is the box we're going to do. And I used Flirty Flamingo just because I thought it would be kind of funky. And, you know, she does kind of she has like a 50s kind of theme to the way things look on her blog. And anyway, so this is the little coffee thing, and I made a belly band. You don't have to do a belly band, but I like doing the belly band. So anyway, this is all stamped. Okay, so aren't they cool? I'm in love with them. Anyway, so today's plan is to consume coffee, chocolate, cocktails, and cookies because adulting is hard. Oh, hey, Tim. And you must have got all moved in because I know you were going to go to Sacramento. Anyway, so I usually do, in a box like this, I usually do like 6 note cards and 6 envelopes. But I didn't make 6 this afternoon. But anyway, so this one is today's plan, consume. So you can see that I did the little chocolate chips because adulting is hard. So that's that one. And then Love You More the chocolate, all the little chocolates. Thought that was so cute and fun. And then this one is A Day Without Coffee. Is like, just kidding. I have no idea. No idea. Me either. I don't know a day without coffee would just be a really bad day. So I don't know. I haven't had one of those in a long time. Anyway, so this one is today is a cocktails kind of day, and I'm pretty sure tomorrow will be too. And so anyway, aren't these fun? Anything with an umbrella in it, it's got to be fun. Anyway, so that's that. And then these are the envelopes, which I haven't stamped yet, but we will stamp them later. Anyway, so these are the cards. And I'll set them over here. And it's got to be a little, maybe scattered a little bit tonight because there's lots of things that have to happen. And so the first thing we're going to do is going to make that box. And I decided we'd make it in yellow. So I'll be break in my board. So here's my, so make sure you can see that. Okay, yeah. So it's a really simple box, and I will post this. As you know, I make templates pretty much. I make them for my benefit. Hey, Maureen. I make them for my benefit as much as anything else because I have my trusty little ruler, which I use all the time to measure, but I always have to double check everything, so I decided to make a template a while back. And but anyway, you'll see here, this is where you have to do a little crease. And so obviously the first time I did it wrong. But anyway, but that's just how it is. Okay, I'm not perfect, so and I don't claim to be. But I just want you to know that you could do a video, you could do cards and all this stuff. You don't have to be perfect, and you can join my team because I would love to have you. Okay, so I gotta move this back. Okay, so we're gonna do some scoring. So you start on the long side, and then we're gonna do just like this. So we're gonna do 1 inch, we're gonna do 2 inches, and we're gonna do 6 inches on the long side. And we're going to do 7. So 6 and 7. So 1, 2, 6, and 7 on this side. So we're going to start here with, I use the thicker side, 1 inch, 2 inches, 6 inches, and 7. Now you could do this if you don't have this board, and you just have your cutting. If you cutter, you could do, it has scoring on it, so you could do scoring on it. I've been doing this. This is the first thing I had, so I have been doing this. Okay, so on this one, so you turn it, right? And so now you're on the 8.5. Because, I didn't tell you, this is 8.5 by 11. You don't cut the paper. So this box is perfect. So it's 8.5 by 11. Okay, so now we're on the 8.5 side. Okay, so we're going to do score at 1, and we're going to score at 7.5. So let's see, I'm going to score 1 here. And I'm sorry I didn't do centimeters, but somebody wants me to. I can do it for them. Okay, so that's that. So we're going to put this away over here for a little bit. Okay. Oops. No, I need this. Okay, so then I'm going to mark these just for your benefit. So we're going to cut this square out, and we're going to cut this square out. Okay, and then we're going to score those across there. Okay, so let me find my scissors. I hope you guys have had a good Saturday. Oh my goodness, we've got so much rain. It is unbelievable. But I was looking outside, and our neighbor's dock is underwater, but their dock always pretty much is because it's a little bit lower. It's on the opposite side of the river than us, and so it's pretty much lower. But if her dock is under, then usually it's just our dinghy dock. It's not our big dock, but a little dinghy dock where we put our things. Okay, so this one, I didn't mark this on here, but I just cut around it a little bit. The hardest part for me is cutting the opposite way. But, hi, Donna. Oh, let's see. Okay, so here's the box. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put these in. I'm going to show you. So this is it. So we're going to find my ruler. Okay, so what we do is go ahead and score these, okay, because they're going to fold in. And it makes it a little bit easier to score them. So you just kind of line it up quarter to quarter. And so they go from out to in. But like I said, I'm going to put this on so you'll see it on my when I do the blog. Okay, so then this one goes here. And I know these work because I just made that pink one. And I made one a couple weeks ago with a friend of mine who wanted to make boxes. And I'm like, this box is fun. It's fast, usually. I'm not going fast, and I don't take my time. I'm going to see an ENT. If you guys are praying people, you could put me in your prayers. I'm going to see a surgeon, ENT, on Tuesday up in Chapel Hill. So I have to go to Chapel Hill and North Carolina, which is about a little less than 2 hours away. But I've seen all the doctors here, and none of them know what's wrong with me. So I just sound like I have a cold all the time, but I don't. So they're going to see what they can do about it. So we'll see. But because of the COVID, they had delayed. I had an appointment in March, and because of the COVID, of course, it wasn't a priority thing, so they obviously canceled the appointment. So they rescheduled it. So I'm going Tuesday. But it's been bad today. I don't know why. Okay. So anyway, here's the box. So here's the magic that happens. Okay, so now you don't have to tape it. Okay, but so just this, fold it over here like this. Then I usually take the bone folder. So can you see it? I tried to do it under camera so you can see it. There's the bone folder. So this one. So scoring them. See how easy that comes together? I mean, the first time I did them, I didn't have to. I didn't score them, but I do now. Okay, so then this one, you just go this way. So score it goes. This paper is really nice. Our paper is so nice and heavy. But anyway, this is the daffodil yellow color. So I thought it looked like a margarita color. Okay, so this is the top of the box right here. I'm going to score that again. If I can. Okay, so when I first made them, I didn't put any tape on them because you really don't need to. You can close the box up and it'll close, no problem, and everything. But over time, see, it's closed. Over time, they kind of will work themselves out. So I just go ahead and put some Terra tape on, and that kind of helps them stay together. So we just put Terra tape on here. You could use glue if you want, but then you have to hold it. And on the purpose of the video, we don't want to do that. Okay, so then this one goes here like this. So we just this here. Make sure I did it right. I always have to double check everything because sometimes I always say I've never been able to walk and chew gum, and it's true. I really can't. So two things at once is really hard for me. I'm not stupid. I don't know. I say I have squirrels. You know, the squirrel thing where, you're going into the other room to get something, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you saw that movie Up. The dog kept on, he would say squirrel all the time. Well, that's me. I get so excited about things, and then I get distracted. Just distracted. I think it's the artist in me, maybe. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. We'll stick to it. Okay, so when I was working, I don't think I had that big of a problem, but I mean, I do work, but you know what I'm saying? When I was working for a living, getting a paycheck, this is more fun than anything else. I mean, I do it okay. Got a few customers. But I love this box, and I'm hoping you guys are going to love this box because the note card set, like I said, it comes through, there's 20 notes cards, and you could get them in the Whisper White, or you could get them in the Very Vanilla. And they come with 20 cards and 20 envelopes. And it's $7. It's amazing. And then you could do simple stamping with them. I mean, I have a hard time doing simple because I like them to be nice. Okay, so I'm going to pull this out. Chit-chatting too much. Okay, so I'm going to do a yellow belly band. I took the purple in. But then this, my little bag of treats, has got all kinds of stuff in it. This. I'm not taking it all out right now because it'll be everywhere. Then I won't be able to find it. Okay, so then, hey Tyler, hey Mark. So thank you for joining me. So here is the front. I went ahead and did it. I stamped them all on here, the coffee and the cookies. Aren't they cute though? These are two-step stamps. And so what that means is you stamp, like in here you'd stamp the brown for the coffee, and then you would stamp the designs, the darker color over it. You could do it either way, but for what I did here, and then you do it that way. For the cookies, you could, you do the lighter color, and then you stamp the outline, which has all the little chocolate chips in it. And then the same thing with this one. I stamped this in Memento ink, and then I put the yellow, which is daffodil yellow. And then this is our magenta madness chocolates. So I stamped these in magenta madness, and then I put the espresso over top. And so that's what that is. And this is pear pizzazz. Yeah, this is pear pizzazz. And this is crumb cake. And this is espresso. So anyway, so that's that. So what we're going to do, just want to make sure, because I've made a mistake before, that this is your top. Okay? So I have. Here it is. I'm going to use the glue on here because I like the Tombow. Yes, we have had so much raid, which, I was complaining last week that we hadn't had raid for a while. And so we had to, so it's my fault. Because so we had to, got all this raid. Because we were having to water everything every day. And I'm like, what? Tomatoes and all the vegetables. Anyway, so that's that. Oh, cool. So it didn't take long. The hardest part, not the hardest part, but what took the longest was I had to keep changing all my stamps off my blocks, right? So that's what took the longest. So anyway, all right, so that's this. So we'll fill this later when we put some boxes on. Okay, so from Belly Band, so that's easy. And you could step this up quite a bit if you want to. But if you're going to sell them, you don't really want to. So what I do for the Belly Band, I don't know about you guys. Hopefully this is long enough. Yep, it is. Okay, so this is all I do. Okay, so I'm going to put some tear tape on it. Here. This is all I do. And then I just fold it over and go with it. Okay. And you just want to make sure that you don't make it too tight that you can't get it off the box. Oh, Tony, I do that. See? Take it. It works better if you take the double-sided tape, other side of the tape off. It always works better. Okay, who else is there? Hey, Kelly. Thank you for joining. We're making this really cool box. If you want to do it on Thursday, we can. It's really fun. Isn't it cool? I just love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Connie Stewart is such a fun person. If you haven't watched her YouTube, she's $1 million in sales with Stamp It Up. She's been around a long time. And so anyway, she created this stamp set. So when I saw it in the new catalog, I'm like, okay. All right, so this is the 2 2¼ inch. The espresso is 2 1/4, and then this is our 2-inch stamp. I couldn't use a sunburst on camera because the sunburst discontinued or retired. So anyway, so this one I used a little. It's actually the umbrella, but I used this on the white, and then I put the white steam on, which are also in the set. They're in the set, but anyway, so that's it. So let's see. I'm gonna just stick this on, glue here. And then we'll get to it, because the cards are going to be fun. Okay, so that's that. It's on there. Cool. Okay, so I'll set that up over here somewhere, so it's out of the way. And let's see. Let me pull out my little bag of tricks. Let's see what I've got in here. So I've got a few pieces. I think I've got everything cut out. So this size is what goes on top of the card, and so it's the little piece that goes here, and so it is. I don't think I wrote these down, so I'm gonna measure it for you. Give it to you. It's 4 3/4 by 3 1/4, thereabouts. That's it. 4 3/4 by 3 1/4, and of course it's really easy to measure it. But let's see. Let's do this one first. Do this little one because who doesn't like chocolates? So I'll set all this stuff aside. And let's see. I'll show you. Let's see. Okay, so this is very vanilla, and I'm using very vanilla because I used to use the white ones, the Whisper White, and so I thought I would use very vanilla for this one, and I thought they kind of looked good with some of the colors I was using. So, so they're already scored and everything. So all you have to do is just decorate them or do whatever you want. So I have to check this to make sure. Okay, so make sure it fits. Okay, so Love You More. Let's pull out these. Now these ones, oh, here we go. I don't like doing this. Okay, so these, when I was cutting these letters out, I was like, okay, Tony, I gotta have a conversation with Connie about this because these little letters are a pistol to get odd. Just because I don't have any of the sheet adhesive yet, and so I need to get some of it. Okay, so let's see what chocolates. We'll use these chocolates, and maybe the purple. These, maybe. So we're doing purple. I don't know. Let's see. I like the white. My white, I don't know about you guys, but my white ink is very juicy, And I don't know. It's like the first one I got, and I don't know why. Kevin, did you leave? Gorgeous cards. Fabulous box. Love the cookies. Thank you. Okay. So anyway, these, you cut them out. There's a stamp. You cut them out. And so I've got this eek. Oh, eek. I've got, where is it? Oh, it's in here. I try to put everything, I have these little baskets, and I try to put everything that I need in a little basket so I don't have to look all over my desktop for it, but I still do. Okay, so this is a really fine tip glue pen, and it has this really, see this little metal thing here? Okay, so it goes in here. So when you're doing letters, it really helps. So love you more than. And so then you can make it for anything. So I'm going to do love you first. I'm going to pull out my tweezers. It's really helpful to have these. These are like medical grade tweezers, I think, or maybe not medical grade, but big for like medical. Easier for me to find. So anyway, this has like a really fine little tip on it. So it's good for doing this sort of thing. And so, okay. And you know, this is kind of random. So you could put the letters pretty much anywhere you want, but you see how I did it. But oh, so anyway, for the boxes, I usually try to do 6 cards. And so I usually do like 3 designs and put 6 cards in a box. And but anyway, but of course I got carried away. So I did 4 designs. So I'll have more than enough to put them in the box after we finish this. But it's fun. I really like them. I'm going to make some more. I have a neighbor who likes the note cards. And I usually don't stamp a sentiment inside because I think I mentioned this before. I like to write inside. If I'm going to send you a card, I'm going to write something in it. It's not going to just be my name. And I know some people don't, but if I don't see you for a year and you send me a Christmas card and you didn't write a note in there, like how are you doing or how are yours going, I'm going to be like, okay, all right, so love you. I usually try to write a little note. Okay, so and if I'm sending thank yous and stuff, I always do. So I don't usually, sometimes I'll stamp something inside, but most of the time I don't. I hope this video turns out better. The other night, I don't know what I did, but the other night I had something, and I had to call Uncle, and Kevin was like, Kevin, I don't know what I did, but the lettering was all backwards, like mirror backwards. So I couldn't figure it out. I don't know what I did, but I think I hit something, obviously, on my camera to make it look that way. And then, of course, it was going the wrong direction, too. Every week is a challenge. Every time I do it's a challenge. But it does get better, I think. At least I'm not nervous. I've got the gift of gab, so I'm not nervous. And I love showing. I don't know if you guys are as interested. I just love showing something when I learn something. I love showing other people how to do it. It's just so fun. And I know that you could do so much with it. It's very kind of a personal thing, but you could. This is easy, really easy, but you could make it. You could step it up. You could put some bling on here. I do all kinds of things. Anyway, so the chocolate is cut out as well, and I usually did this one on chocolate, stamped it in white. So I was thinking about putting. I think I'm gonna do that instead because I kind of like it instead of the other one. I could do something different. And sometimes I'll step it up with dimensionals, but we'll get plenty of dimensionals on here, so I'm not going to do it for this. Okay, the chocolate, and then so I usually glue one. I think I'll just do all of them with dimensionals, and I put the dimensionals in here. Okay, so I have the little ones, which are the mini ones, and I use those for these sorts of things. You could always use, if you don't have the mini ones, you could always use the bigger ones and just cut them. And if you don't know that already, you could use all of this too. You just cut it, so there's no waste because it's sticky stuff too. There's that one, this one, and this one's in the magenta madness. Oh. I'm doing the North Carolina demos, and so I think I'm gonna be doing a live demo for that, which will be fun. But I have to decide what I'm gonna do. I have a couple ideas. Oh, let's see. Anyway, the chocolates were kind of fun. Okay, so let's put this one on. What else is here? Yeah, for the chocolate. So what I did, Kevin, so the chocolate, it's the white ink, and so that's the same thing I did here. So even though this was on Highland purple, Highland whatever it's called, is it Highland something? But anyway, so I stamped it, and then I did the white over it because I just thought it was really cool. So yeah, this chocolate's the same way. It's done with a ink. There's that one. And then, so the pink is the same way. It's with the white. I love it. It's the Magenta Madness. And what I love is you stamp the same color ink on the same color paper. It always astonishes me because you can still see it. It's just amazing to me. Chocolate. So they don't have to be the same. They could be different. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Sandy. All right, so then this one, I just stamped it with the lighter. This is actually Purple Posy. I stamped it on vanilla, I think. I think it's on the very vanilla. And then I just did the purple over it, the darker purple. But I really like that. I've seen chocolates that color. Anyway, there's that one. Isn't that cool? That's it. So it's really simple. And of course you could step it up if you want to put some bling on it, stuff like I'm not going there. Okay, so there's this one. Okay, so just going to use some more glue, stick it on. Let's see, make sure you guys can see me. I kind of favor the Tombow. I'm still learning how to use our new replacement for the snail, and we're fighting over that because the snail replacement is fighting with me, and so I won't use it on camera right now because it fights with me. Okay, so is that cool? So you could put a bow on it, you could do whatever, but when you want to send that to that would just be so fun to send to anybody, a friend that loves chocolate. Okay, I always use this one, say love you more than my luggage. I tell it all the time. I love you more than my luggage, which came from Steel Magnolias. But anyway, I love it. So there's that one. I'll put that over there. And then let's do the cookie one. I love the cookie one. Let's see. I'll cover this up. I better do this too because this little thing, I can still see. It's like threading a needle, kind of, but a little easier than that. Okay, so this one, we're doing this. So this is the chocolate one. So what I have to do, because I don't have enough blocks, is I have to put them on when I'm going because so you can see all these stamps. But oops, the chocolate came off. So here's what you can see. This is the chocolate when you stamp first. And then, where is it? Oh, and here it is. So this is the second part. So you stamp this with just the inside, actually, or the layer of it, and then this is the frosting. So anyway, that's that. But it's kind of cool. Two-step stamps, as they call them, though. Okay, so here's the chocolate chip base and the chocolate chip. And then today's plaid is today's plaid consume. You guys will probably see it before I am because adulting is hard. Today's plaid consume. Here it is. I love all these little wordy things. Okay, so get my little trusty blocks out. Put this one here. So it's easier to get them straight if you put them. Oh, there. That's this one, and then this one. What does that say? Because okay, So there's nothing worse than getting them upside down and putting them on the card upside down. Thank God the paper has two sides. Okay, so then we'll do a little chocolate chip cookie and another chocolate chip cookie. Okay, all right. Then I have a chocolate chip cookie here to put on it. So anyway, so we're going to do some masking with this, okay? But first I'm going to stamp the words on. So I stamped it on with espresso, I think. There it is. Okay. So if you want it to look like, let's see, today's plan, consume. If you want it to look like it's a pile of cookies, then you kind of have to mask it as you cut them, because otherwise they won't look right. I'll show you what I'm going to do in a second. Okay, so I put these on because I want to make sure I have enough room for them. I don't get carried away with stamping cookies. And again, you could step this up by just going ahead and putting this on other paper, that, you know, stepping it up, and you could just cut it out, stuff like that. You could do other things with it. I'm going to put it back because I'll need them again, but if I leave them on my desktop, they're going to get lost. So I don't want to do that. So we're just going to, I warned you it was going to take longer. So if you've got something else to do, I don't mind if you have to go and come back. You can watch it later, but I wanted to do this because I think it's important that you see how it happens, how the magic happens, or sometimes it's not magic. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is stamp. Did I put it on wrong? No, it's right. Okay, so this one is the light color. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is stamp this cookie on. Now this is the cookie itself. Okay, so then I'm going to take this one. This one's giving me a little fit. I was trying to, oh look, I've got one of those little stickers underneath. I was trying to line it up earlier and tried not to put my head in here. These two-step stamps sometimes. Okay, see, it's a little, oh no, it's kind of right. That's how it is, it's supposed to be. Okay, so then I'm going to take and put this piece over here. And then I'm going to stamp this again. Oh, God, so I'm asking this so I won't mess up the cookie. Here. Okay, so then now I'm going to put this one over here. It gets a little complicated. Okay, so now I'm going to put this one back and do the dark. Because I forgot to do it. Okay, put this one here. Do this one. So I basically am masking it so that it doesn't cover up. For this one, I'm just going to do 3 cookies because I kind of like it that way, and then I'm going to step this one up with some little doobies. Here they are. So I'll just take some of this and put on here, making sure you can still see it. Hi, Lori. I'll see you later. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, I was like, wouldn't this be great to have with the Cookie Monster? We don't have Sesame Street. Anyway, so I'm going to put this one here. Okay, so that's that. And then I have these little, I love these little sparkly things. These little sparkle thing. Put that on here. And let's see, where is the, here it So I'm going to close this one up because I will stick my finger in it. So anyway, I like the little sparkly thing. And I put them randomly all over. I just love them. And then I'm going to I'm going to put some edge on. It's fun. Cool. I could just keep doing it, but not going to. In the interest of time, I won't do it. Okay, so cookie. I don't need the cookie anymore, so I'll take the cookie away. Put it back on here. Anyway, this stamp set, if you like it, you should really pick it up. It's just so fun. And I wash these later. The dyes are really cool with it. Okay, so then these I'll put back over here in this little box. I don't have to worry with it anymore. But I punched out more than I really needed. Okay, so I'm going to pull out one of these. Okay, so with the ink, you could just go. I always kind of like to do something along the edge, just because it kind of makes it stand out from the card just a little bit. And with this brown, it's kind of, this is what did I just get? Was using it, crumb cake. So it looks like a brown paper bag to me. That's what I was looking at, but it's called crumb cake. And I love the color. Anyway, so I kind of like to just do a little bit with it. Of course, you could round the edges. You could do all sorts of things you want. That's what I'm saying. But these note cards, you can make them as complicated as you want. Okay, let's see. There's that one. So take another card out and put it on. And we just have 2 more cards to do. But the coffee one. Okay, so glue, glue, glue. But, you know, actually you could do more cards. I mean, you could add more cards. There's so many things, so many aspects of that are in the set. You know, I like the cocktails, and you could do so many different things with it. But I was in the middle of cutting out the cocktail glasses when the screw came out. It went flying across the room, and I looked everywhere for it, and I couldn't find it. So I'm sure it's here somewhere, but I couldn't spend any more time on it. So there we go. There's that one. This is the one I did earlier. I'll put that one there. This one will go over here. Okay, so let's do coffee. Let's see. Do I have another piece of the brown? Yes, I do. Do coffee. And so let's see. I have to take out the coffee cup. This part. And then I already have a coffee cup cut out, I think. I hope so. But don't get screwed. Let's see. See, this is why I didn't want to take it apart. Cookies. Nope, I don't have another one. But I know I have it somewhere. Let's see. I think I have one in here. Maybe. Looking at my trash. Try to have it in my trash. Nope, I don't. Anyway, we'll get by. So I'll just stamp it on. Then we'll get to see me do the second stamp. Okay, so here we go. Put this on here. And then where's the? Oh, take this off here. Where's the other little piece? No, I took it off. I did take it off. Do with it. Coffee, coffee. Don't you love it when it happens like this? Okay, it's a little. You may see it. It's a little piece of plastic, and I do not see it. It's probably stuck on one of my blocks. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, there's that one. Okay, so I need those colors again. This one, and I need the espresso. I use these a lot. Okay, a day without coffee. We need that. then I need my stamps. Okay, a day without coffee. A day without, here's that. And then it's just like, I'm kidding. Oh, there it is. It's true. I'd never have a day without coffee. Okay, so here we go. Put these down. That. That is what. I like to do a little smaller boxes, but a day without. Oops, set down. Told you it was going to be a little scary today. Okay, a day without. So I think this is the dark one. Yep. Do this one first. A day without coffee. Put this straight. And then there's like just kidding. Okay, those two. Clean these off. Try my best to be neat. Okay, so since I don't have one cut out for some reason, I know I cut it out. I don't know where it is. Okay, so this one, we'll just stamp it on. There's the coffee cup, and then here goes the cup. Oh, I know what I want to do first. I know what I want to do. Here it is. I want to cut the steam. Put the steam on. Let me find this white. Okay, so I have this really juicy Whisper white. And I think I put too much ink in it. I don't know, but every time, it was like at the very beginning, I didn't know what I was doing. I still have only. So for some reason, it just gets everywhere. But I like the effect of it, so I'm going to use it anyway. Oh, here we go. So I'll put the steam on right now, because if I don't, I probably won't be able to get it on very well. See? Is that cool? It does a great job. I love the white, but it just gets on everything. No matter what I do. I try to see that? Messy. Hi, Sydney. Well, it'll be on it's a video, so you'll be able to watch it. Okay, so there's that. And then let me stamp this little thing on. Dark. Okay, so lining it up without getting my head of the camera is going to be a little challenging. There is it. I did get a haircut, so I don't look quite as hideous as I did last week. Okay, I look like a Wookiee. My hair was so long. Okay, so is that cool? Okay, so then what I just did was I just took it stamped the coffee cup with the crumb cake at different random places on here, just to kind of look almost like wallpaper. So it's kind of cool. And because it's so light on the paper, when you do stamp it off and stamping on, it doesn't really show up very much. So that's why I'm just doing it straight on full color. Anyway, see, it doesn't really show up very much. Normally I would, like I said, I would have this one cut out so you can see the difference. But, and I'm going to put the coffee on now. So let's see. Here's the coffee. So to pull out this little tip. This is really, really nice to use when you're doing it. It's called a fine tip glue pen. It's in a catalog. And it's really nice for doing this sort of thing. I should have my little glue pad out here, but I'm not sure where it is. My studio still looks like hell. Sorry. I'm still trying to organize it, but I'm a working man, so when I have to get my videos done for. I have to get all my projects and stuff done so I could do videos. And so it takes a lot of time for me because I often don't. I get inspired by stuff, but I don't often copy anything. So I end up designing something the way I want it, even though. Okay, so you could put that right over top of the coffee cup. See? Is that cool? Okay, that's it. Okay, so I'll let that dry for a couple minutes. See how that is? It's tiny. It's like threading a needle. But it does work. It's easier for me than threading a needle, actually. Okay, so there's that. So then we're going to do this one. Actually, here it is. There we go. A little late than ever. So here's the green one. So this one is the cocktails. So today is a cocktails kind of day, and I'm pretty sure tomorrow will be too. Anyway, so we'll put this one on in a couple minutes. But all right, so this one we're using the Memento Black, and we're going to use the Pear Pizzazz for that. Okay, so I just have to pull out those things. Today is, look under here. Today is a kind of day. And tomorrow will be too. Here we go. Okay, take the coffee off. Coffee. And that. Wipe this off, so I don't want brown ink on anything. And I already have these cut out. I know I have those, so I was carried away. Okay, so today is a, put that on. That's odd. Then kind of day, this odd. Up there. Kind of day, and then this one is, trust me, I'm looking because I have done these backwards. I'd like to say I've only done it once, but no, I've done it more than once. Okay, so here's a Memento, which is a really wonderful black, and I use it. If you're going to color with markers or color with our alcohol-based markers, it's good because it doesn't smear. So today is a, and I have my little chamois down here. This is what I'm wiping everything off in. It's a little chamois. Okay, today is a cocktails. So I'm going to put this on, and then I could go back and kind of day. Almost did it backwards. Kind of day. Then down here. Sorry this isn't more exciting, but I hope you're enjoying it anyway. Okay. Anyway, the text is kind of cool. Okay, so close this up so I don't stick my arm in it. I have to put the cocktails out. Actually have cocktails somewhere. Let's see. Okay, cocktails. Pull it out. This one's it. Cocktails. Oh, chocolate. I don't want to do that again. Okay, so this is cocktails. Okay. And I was thinking that, that you could stamp this and then cut it out with the dies, but it's a different shape. It's not the same. For those of you, so we do have a die for that. Okay, cocktails, but it's different. It's not the same. Okay. Hopefully my little thing will fit like it did before. Okay. I'm glad I did those little pieces because otherwise it would have been really challenging. So anyway, when I did those, I didn't show you, but this is the 1-inch circle. So when I had the cookies and I was doing the covering them up, That's what the 1 inch fits perfectly. It's the same size as the cookie. Okay, so let's see. What are we going to use? I have yellow. I have purple. And I have pink. This still works. I'm good. Okay. Okay, so before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and pull out a card and pull out 2 of them actually. I'll go ahead and do this. Oops. Let's see, before I do that, I'll just go ahead and fold this one. So if you don't have these note cards, I would put them on my list if I were you, because they are a deal. A deal, a deal. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this one while I've got it. And you know, the boxes are, I mean, they're fun. I mean, you think about fall or Christmas. I have another box that I'll do closer to Christmas when I start doing my Christmas stuff. I've got something really exciting planned for the Christmas stuff. I can't tell you right now, but I do. It's gonna be fun. Okay, so that's this one. I'm gonna put that one up here. And then the cocktail one, I need to fold another piece of card. Yeah, starting to plan that Christmas stuff already. Doing some research about what I want to do. Okay, here it is, cocktails. Oh, this is the pear pizzazz paper. I love this paper. When I was doing all these 6x6 storage things, I was using all these different colors of paper just because I wanted to. And kind of random. And so I have all these partial pieces of paper left over. Okay, that's that. Okay, so the fun part. Let's pop up this one. Now I have more of them. There they are, somewhere. More. There they are. Okay, I'll just use the scissors this time to cut them. A little faster. That would. This would. Cut this one in half. I can't believe it's Saturday already. Saturday night already. Seems like it was just Wednesday. I do lose track of the days because, you know, with this whole COVID thing, I rarely leave the house. Darren was trying to get me to go out of the house today to do something. I'm like, no, I don't really want to go. Let's stay here. Oh. Did it come off? Paper didn't come off. Okay, there we go. I haven't left the house in days. I go outside and take the dogs. I come back in, go potty. But it's been raining so much that, or I water something before all this rain. Okay, so put this one here. So this one can extend over, as long as it doesn't extend over beyond here, because it would have fit in the envelope, but it could extend like that. Okay, so I think I'll stick up this purple one too, just because I didn't get to do the coffee cup for you all, so I'll do this one. I felt like I chipped you out of another one by not doing it. Okay, come on. Oh, you're gonna give me problems, I can tell already. Because, you know, I don't have any fingernails. It makes me nervous when I watch the news, so I try not to watch it very much, but I bite my nails because it really does stress me out. Because there's nothing I could do about it. It really shouldn't stress me out, but I worry about people so much. Oh. Just hate the thought of someone getting this and being stuck in the hospital and, you know, not being able to be with their family if something happens and they pass. I just don't know. I mean, very stressful. So we're going to make all these really fun cards and we'll take our mind off of that. You can say, so here's that one. Isn't that cool? I'm going to stamp this one up too, just because I can. See, you make a mistake, you could just turn the page over. It works perfectly. All the time. Okay. This one. I love these little cocktails. Can't tell you the last time I had a cocktail. I don't drink very much. Sometimes, like, only socially, like if we go to one of the neighbors' places or something, I'll maybe have a glass of wine, but I rarely drink anything. I do a lot of baking, but I don't eat very much because I'm diabetic, so I love to bake, and I've always been a baker, but I don't eat a lot of it. I don't even really taste it. Like, I made those cinnamon rolls yesterday. I didn't even taste them. But Derek came home and he's like, you didn't have one? I'm like, no. You tell me if they're good or not. He said they were. But I have the sourdough starter that's it's going. And so I feel guilty if I don't make something with it because it's flour and stuff going in there. So I'm going to set this one up a little bit different, on a different level. See? Hi, Peter. Cindy. Laurie. I forgot everybody. Anyway, so that's this one. Okay, so let me go back and I'll show you again what the cards look like. Okay, so here's the box. We made this box that I'll do a blog entry probably tomorrow. I'm not going to do it tonight. And so anyway, so this piece of paper here, pull out my trusty ruler and I'll tell you, because I don't know if I told you this or not, but this one, like the box now is a whole sheet of paper, okay, 8.5 by 11. So this is about 6 1/4, thereabouts, by, 3, almost 3 3/4, just about like that. Anyway, that's what that is. And then, so then you can decorate the sides if you want to, like at Christmas time I usually do. But anyway, so that's that. You could put bows on it. So here are one of the cards. This is what we made. And here's, this is not it. Here's the coffee one I made earlier. Okay. Here's the coffee one we made. And here's the chocolate chip cookie one that we made. And then the very first one we made, Love You More Than Chocolate. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this little lesson and tutorial. But here is nothing better than chocolate. There's nothing better than. It's a polymer stamp set. And it's item number 152507. And then the there's another piece. The little dies are somewhere. They go with it. Oh, here it is. You would think this is the desktop. Okay, so it's Love You More Than Dies. And it's item number 152698, I think. Yeah. Anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed this, and God bless you, and hope to see you on Wind Down Wednesday. We'll do something fun again. And I'll put the blog post out probably tomorrow, so that I'll have the dimensions, and I'll have pictures of all the cards and everything. So I hope you guys are going to make some of these. Aren't they fun? I mean, you can make normal size cards with them, but I think the note cards are really useful for this. Anyway, have a wonderful evening and a happy Sunday, and I'll talk to you later. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.